Hey guys, welcome to the Friendly Fire Gaming Podcast.
Hello. We have a new podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a new intro guy. This is Patrick.
It's a
Podcast. Oh, there it is.
Get it together, Sean. For
Sean,
fuck's
you
sake.
failed us.
A podcast. This is episode 50.
It's a podcast.
There you go.
There you go.
Episode 58 going on right now on your Thursday evening. There's a lot of big stuff going on right now. Star Wars Rogue One just came out this evening.
Yeah, which is... we'll get into that.
we're going into it later. Yeah.
Josh ditched us to go see the movie.
So there's only a handful of us here right now.
Correct.
And I'm totally letting Pat be the podcast god this week.
Yes.
So go for it, man.
Why is that, Logan? Why is that?
Don't worry about it. Just shut up, all right?
We're doing good.
Don't worry about it.
So yes, starting off, I am Patrick.
I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
Booyah.
That's
and
it.
As usual, I will choose the random person. What have you been playing this week? Worth?
This week, I did my usuals. You know, Battlefield and Siege. Go figure. But then
Jolly times.
Dude, no, yeah. I mean, obviously I like playing those games, so that's always going to be a go-to for me. But I played some more Quantum Break. And
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
I approve.
You approve. I know you would.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, man, like, I'm... As weird as it is to say, like, I love the game. It's fun as fuck, but I love watching the, like, TV episodes more than the actual game.
Logan said
Like,
multiple times.
Seriously, they were like Netflix, like quality you would see on TV.
It's
They're good. Yeah.
It's good. Like, I
The
mean,
actors were solid. The story's
the
good.
production
right?
quality is
absolutely.
amazing.
It's got
Like,
Iceman in it, right?
Yeah, dude.
Or-
Iceman
Played
and,
Iceman.
Sean Ashmore.
Yeah, that's right.
and
Ashmore?
Aiden, what's his name? Aiden something. He played Peter Baelish in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't think of his last name either.
Aiden something. Yeah, I know his name. But like, and the one dude that he does a voice in Destiny. I forgot his name.
Peter Dinklage. No,
not Peter Dinklage. No.
Dinklage.
I wish it was Dinklebot, but no. He was one of the Guardian something. I don't know what he was, but he's a black guy. That's all I know. I don't know his name.
We miss you, Dinklebot.
Well, that's
Mr.
racist.
No, I mean, I'm not wrong, but I didn't mean that to be racist. But I mean,
No, he was like Monarch, right?
he was the Monarch. Yeah, the Monarch.
So Monarch is like the name of the company that Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. I can't think of his name either.
Yeah,
He's in charge of it.
something.
Yeah, Aiden, he's in charge of it. And then there is a guy who was like his second in command. That's who you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
He's I don't know his name. He's a black actor. I don't mean to be racist, but like I'm just saying, I'm just calling it like it is. But he
color.
he does a voice. He's one of the main voice actors in Destiny. I know that much. But so I guess the cool thing about that game is like the TV series in the game will vary based on the choices that you make. Like there are some main choices that you have to make at the end of each chapter of the game that affect the outcome of the narrative for the TV series. So I think which I think is a super cool mechanic. Like, and I see
Like Mass Effect like feel where like you make a decision and that is solid in the storyline.
It's solid, definitive. You can't go back and change it.
Gotcha.
Like it's
Unless you do a pre-save, right? No. Okay.
Yes, but which is very cool because granted, I feel like that game does not have it does have some replay value. Wait, what, Logan? What?
Aiden Gillian
Aiden Gillian
is Littlefinger. He's in the game.
Yeah.
And Lance Reddick.
He's
Reddick.
Lance. He's the voice. He's the Destiny voice.
Yes, he was the guy who was in Destiny. Yeah.
Okay,
so
good.
he was the second in command of Monarch in Quantum Break.
Okay, so Lance Reddick. There you go. Now he has a name, as like he did before. Okay.
You branded him worth. He has a name now.
Yeah, he has a name. But the cool thing about that is like that creates so many different endings for the game. Like it's so many different ways the story can go. Because I know not to spoil anything. Well, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but like for example, the very first choice you have to make at the end of the first chapter is the choice to, because every time you make a choice in the game, it is based on the perspective of Aiden Gillian's character. So the first choice you have to make is to either kill anyone that had any kind of association, with like the events that transpired in the first chapter of the game, or you can do a public relations campaign to kind of like cast the company in sort of a better image and label the main character as a terrorist.
Is this more of a final decision
final
after
decision.
you've done everything?
It's a final decision.
Or
yes.
are decisions made while you're playing the game?
The decisions are made while you're playing, but like no matter what you do, with those decisions is going to affect the outcome of the TV narrative, and like if you watch the actual show,
Interesting.
yeah. So it's super cool.
So basically, the first chapter ends where you basically every decision you make in terms of the show is from the bad guy's point of view.
Yes.
So you can either kill people to make a statement and be like, "I'm a fucking badass," or you can keep them alive, and your PR campaign, your public relations you have a better image for the town. People will believe in your company, and so the show will dictate, or it'll play out your decisions. So if you kill people, you're like, "Oh fuck, Monarch is fucking crazy," or you keep them alive, and you're like, "Okay, they're the citizens are like, we want to get behind you," that kind of stuff. So
But I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm just double checking. Is this like in Mass Effect where the small decisions you make affect the ending, or is it you play through it and then you make a big decision at the end?
no, you make about every time there's a TV episode, you make one big decision.
Okay,
Yeah.
There's about
That's what I
4 big decisions.
gotcha.
It's a very linear story,
Mhm.
and then when you make a decision, it branches off into 2 areas.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
And then
In
later
general.
you make another decision that branches off into 2 more areas.
Mm.
So it spreads out as you go,
Gotcha.
but there's only about 1 big decision per chapter.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Does that
So
sound about right, Worth?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
about right.
slightly as in depth as like
Yeah, it's-
Mass
it's
Effect
not
was
as
and all
in-depth
that.
as
Yeah,
Mass
it's
Effect,
not
but, like-
Mass Effect.
That's fine. No, I was just making sure that I knew. Yeah, what was
So I guess the decision that I made is because my train of thought behind it was, well, seeing as how they're going to do a public relations campaign, everybody that was alive and that knew what happened on the events that transpired in the first chapter is going to be there to help me in the long run. So it's like, yeah, my character is going to be labeled as a terrorist, but I'm going to have everybody that was there that witnessed what happened. They're going to have my back, so they're going to help me.
Mhm.
So it's like, it's the lesser 2 evils. So it's like, yeah, it sucks that everyone would die, but I'd rather have this
a
company,
fallen hero.
yeah, like a fallen hero. But I'd rather have this company, cast it in a good light and keep everybody that was there alive and on my side, so that I can reveal the truth later on.
Gotcha.
So that was
That's
my,
cool.
Yeah, so it's like it's super. They're hard decisions. Like they're not easy. Like both of them have pros and cons.
You have a
to
timer?
each.
Do they give you a dumb timer?
No
Nope,
timer.
nope.
Good.
No timer. No.
You have-
Fucking good.
Yeah,
because
all
I-
the time
timer.
you can think to contemplate.
I
and
hate
No.
timers on games like that. Like I love Telltale games, but at the same time, like I only got.
Well,
20
I kind of
seconds.
like that with Telltale games because like it forces you to think on your feet.
And Telltale doesn't allow you to do like, oh, load previous save. No, you're
Yeah,
good.
no, you're stuck with that. You gotta
what
make
you
the
do.
decision.
Yeah.
But so I've been playing that. I love the game. It's very cool. I wish that company would put out more games. Like, because they made Alan Wake. I love Alan Wake. It's a good series. I wish they would make a sequel to that series. And the funny thing is, they kind of tease at a sequel to Alan Wake in the gameplay in Quantum Break. Because like there's the
Is it
first
the same
king
company?
Yeah,
That did
same
it?
company.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was the same
Yep.
company. That's what I thought,
The
yeah.
original Max Payne, Alan Wake, and Quantum Break were all the same developer. I don't know if there's any other games. I'm not sure.
Well,
I think
they-
Max Payne 2 was a separate
I
studio.
don't know.
That might have been Rockstar.
Max Payne's always been a Rockstar property.
But Remedy Studios made the first one, I believe. I'll look
But-
this up real quick.
But Rockstar was involved in the development of the first one, for sure. I know that for a fact.
They might have been a publisher, not a developer. But I think the
yeah,
third one
were probably,
they
were,
developed.
they were probably a publisher, but I know that they were involved in some capacity
Yep,
with the first
so.
game. Because I remember the logo on the first game. But aside from Quantum Break, I've been grinding a lot on State of Decay still. I love that game. Like,
Yes.
dude, no, it's so addicting. Like,
no, it's understandable.
It is
Oh, yeah.
okay. What? Look.
Real quick, Max Payne 1 and 2 developed by Remedy. Max Payne 3 developed by Rockstar.
Okay.
I don't know publishing, but the development was as I said.
Remedy.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
but I know Rockstar had some involvement in Max Payne 1 and 2. I know that for a fact. Wait, you gonna verify this?
keep talking.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, State of Decay is still
Logan the fact checker.
I'm trying.
still holding my attention. Not a very graphically, fantastic game.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't
I
have to
played
be.
many games that were
It could
not
be fucking.
graphically
It could be
over the
fucking
top.
RuneScape for all I care. But like the point is, I mean, there's so much depth and so much to consider with that game. It's a blast, and I get hooked on it because it's open world. There's so many different factors that you have to consider when you're playing. Thirst, hunger.
How many times can you go back and play Super Mario Brothers 3 and be like, "This is a great game"?
This is a great game.
And guess what? Graphically,
It sucks.
Well, it doesn't.
Well,
It's
that
old.
time.
For that time, it was
That
call it
time,
old.
for
I know.
That, yeah, no, I'm kidding.
And
We just had a lot of haters.
Yes.
Max Payne 1 and 2 developed by Remedy, Max Payne 3 developed by Rockstar, all of them published by Rockstar.
There you go.
So
See?
we're all right in the situation.
Yes.
Yes. So
Nobody hates each other.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So State of Decay. I mean, if you want to pick it up, I picked it up for $25 with all the DLC. It's a great game. It's got a lot of depth, a lot of replay value. So pick it up if you're playing it. If you've been on the fence about it, I should say. And then I played The Division. I got my
Sweet.
yes. I haven't had a chance to play with everybody else yet. I guess like mostly survival and stuff. Dude, we need to get a survival party.
I know, dude.
I know.
Oh god, it's fun with multiple people.
But I've been forcing myself on my own.
Just like an orgy. I mean,
wait,
wait.
what? Swingers?
What?
Are we swingers?
Who said that?
Just with guns.
Welcome to Friendly
And
Fire Swingers
diseases.
Party. The Friendly Swingers Party.
There you go.
Yeah, Friendly
There you
Swinger podcast. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of grinding on the Division on my own time, just without playing with anybody. My gear score is up to about 189, I think.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
He's like, that's adorable.
Yeah,
Well,
you're a garbage player, but whatever. You know.
yeah, well, I mean, it's a lot more fun when you play with people, but I'm still trying to. I guess I bought the season pass for those. I didn't listen last week, and I've been trying to just kind of figure out what all is included in the season pass. I got to the underground DLC, but I can't like figure out how to actually do any underground missions. I'm still trying to like get because you have to get like intel tokens or something like that. Because you got to get intel tokens for the daily like assignments for like assassinations or whatever.
Yeah, search and destroy missions give you the intel, then you use the intel to go after high value targets.
Yes,
and
that
those
was it.
targets give you Phoenix credits.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
I did it.
Do they just?
Yeah, I did it.
Do they just?
I
like,
remembered clearly.
Do they just mark it on your map then?
So search and
Like, when you
destroy
go
gives
in-
you 3 points on the map you go to. You kill bosses there.
Yeah.
Then when you complete all the search and destroy, you get
intel tokens.
credits.
Okay,
Intel
no, that's fine.
tokens, yes.
Yeah.
And then you take those tokens and you redeem those to go after a high value target.
So,
So,
there's
yeah.
daily and weekly missions for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that's solid. Fucking like.
It's a really cool thing to
MMO
add to the game. Yeah,
shenanigans.
exactly.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
give more kind of just replay value. It's something to do every week or every day.
but it's a challenge every time.
Absolutely.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I made the mistake of doing a 9 intel credit challenge my first time.
Not
Or-
a
not
whatever
a good
gear
idea.
score you are, no.
Not
Like,
a good idea.
I'm max gear score. I can do that shit. You can't.
I was
it's
like-
not good.
I was like, fuck this! I got this on my own. I'm awesome. And then I go and run into 3 of the not JTF. Who's the militia, like the enemy militia. I forgot what they're
Oh
called.
fuck!
You know what I'm talking about? Though, right?
Yeah,
The
There was-
GTO.
JTF is your teammates.
The JTF is your joint task force. That's
Yeah.
that's your teammates.
because there's
that
the
help you out.
the cleaners. They're the
The
fire
Ri-
dudes,
the
the
Rikers.
riders, the Rikers. Is it
And
the
the-
Rikers?
The Rikers, because they broke out of Rikers prison.
What are the Rikers who you're talking about?
No, they're a militia. They're an organized paramilitary force.
God, I don't remember, dude.
They're the final boss in the main game.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what
The
I mean?
lore nerd
Yeah,
is disappointed in you.
I'm sorry, dude. So spoiler alert. I played
Yeah.
almost no Division this week, so I'll touch on that later.
But so the target that I had to fight was part of that organized militia. I'm sorry that I can't remember the name of it, but his name was like Bluebird or something, Blackbird, Bluebird, something like that. And I'm like, shit, I got this. My gear score's high enough. Why not?
Yeah.
So
That's adorable.
So I go up to this rooftop and I'm climbing up this ladder by myself. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got this. My gear score is at like 189. I got this. This is gonna be a piece of cake. And I run into like 10 of these dudes by myself. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And then the second I like pop off a round, they're all just like, oh shit, that's adorable. This guy thinks he can kill us on his own. And I fucking just died.
Yeah.
Like it. So I guess my question, Logan, have you failed one of those daily missions yet, or like
They do that in ESO and World of Warcraft all the time
So
too.
I haven't yet, but
Okay.
I only did those for one in the world tier that I'm
'cause
qualified for.
I'm in World Tier 3 right now.
Okay, but so you were on World Tier 3 when you did it.
Yes.
Okay. That seems high for 180 whatever your gear score is. Are you sure you fit in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember I was one level away from unlocking gear score or World Tier 3, and I was at like 178. or something like that.
I would recommend, honestly, doing the 2 hard daily missions and the 1 daily challenging mission every day, because you can knock it out like in an hour, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Do all of those, maybe search and destroy, maybe survival, but do those specific missions every day until you hit the max gear score, then do other stuff. That sounds like an MMO, doesn't it, Pat?
Oh,
like,
it's super MMO.
Yeah, just get
Why
to
did you play this game?
get to max gear score, because then when you hit max, you can do anything. There. I mean, it's still a challenge because you're in world tier 5 now.
Use your words.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm working on it. So yeah, seriously, once you hit the max gear score, the max world tier, you're kind of on par.
Yeah.
Where it sounds like obviously it was difficult. They
Yeah.
murdered you.
So I guess my question, because so I spent 10 intel credits to do that mission. So because I failed, do I lose those 10 credits or do I get
I
those
would
back?
assume so, but I have no idea.
Yes.
I haven't actually lost one yet because I had to just fucking deal and I beat them.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Because I was like, I'm feeling daring. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
The worst thing that I hate to admit, because I played MMOs for a long time, in Pandaria, it was the first time they added what you're kind of talking about.
Yeah.
Because there were raid
In
bosses
World of Warcraft.
in World of Warcraft.
People don't know.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I'm sure everybody
The
knows
expansion Pandaria. In World of Warcraft, while you were leveling,
Mhm.
they actually had bosses, like little. They weren't like true raid bosses or dungeon bosses, but they were like NPCs that were obviously way stronger than the average person you were fighting in the area.
Right.
And they would have, I don't want to say patterns, but they would do certain abilities and stuff to where if you didn't understand your class or if you didn't silence them or stun them while they were doing that, once you got hit by that shit, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, without even trying. You
So
were
there's
super
like
dead.
there's like a serious learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be in an MMO, especially when you're going to that.
True.
But the whole point of what I was bringing this up on is, while I hate to admit it, and it is a true thing, when it comes to MMOs, it's all about the numbers.
It is. And
The higher your gear score, like back when I played in Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King, I was super into the game,
Mhm.
and I was one of our main healers in our guild on Argent Dawn,
Mhm.
and I was a paladin healer, which we were shitty like group healers, but we were really good like main tank and off tank healers,
Right.
and I had priority for like main healing gear that dropped because I was one of the main guys that did it all the time. And then after that, I fell off, and now they've changed the game.
Because the way
and
I'm
everything.
setting up my character for Division, or trying to anyway, because I'm really trying to get back to the game, because it I'll say this right now, it is my favorite game that has been released in 2016. It is the best.
Just
one.
remember, in an MMO, there's always somebody way better than you.
Of course,
out there,
and I know that. But the way
in an MMO in general.
the way I set my character up though is I'm creating like kind of a hybrid class. Like I'm a healer, but I do like kind of aggro or DPS type abilities. So I'm trying to kind of balance my class out in a way that is good with firepower, toughness, and electronics, which is like electronics is kind of your class abilities, I guess. Right?
Pretty much. Because you pick between DPS, basically like being a tank,
Yeah.
or doing like abilities more or
Like a
less.
support class.
Yeah. And so like I'm more of a tank. I take damage. I sit there and I'm a bullet sponge, but I also can deal damage back. But I don't. My tech abilities, my just abilities in general, don't really do a lot for the team. I'm literally like aggro drawing.
Because
That's
I don't have a full armor set yet, like a green armor set, like a high end green, not the uncommon green, like a high end one.
Well, not even green. You want yellows.
Yeah.
All you want is yellows. No. I lied. Totally lied. It's like a turquoise color. Those are the gear sets.
Yeah.
Orange?
That's what I mean. Like
No,
like,
they're there are. Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
yeah.
They're like because yellow is like high end, but then there are gear sets, which is like a turquoise color, and then once you get those, they piece together. You can get up to 6 pieces for one set.
Yeah.
But once you hit
It's
4,
like tier sets. Like
but
they
once you
did
hit
in
4,
WoW.
much, yeah.
once you hit 4 pieces, then you have the max bonus you can get.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Like there are 6 pieces total, but you only need 4 to have the most benefit
So
as a
some
group.
pieces are like, obviously I figure a chest piece would have more defense than a
Right.
boot.
Right? Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
a,
That's
or
true.
a foot
That's
piece.
true.
You know what I'm
'Cause
talking
yeah.
about?
But if you have gloves, boots, legs, and a hat, or whatever the fuck it is, you can still get the most benefit from the gear set as a whole.
But I mean, that just
Yeah.
adds to the aspect to where, let's say you have all of the pieces,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, I only need 4 of these, but I have these gloves that are way better damage than what even the tier set is, but I can still have my tier set bonuses by getting rid of the gloves and then just equipping the boots instead.
Yeah.
You know, like small shit like that.
If you have like 4 of 6 or 5 of 6, you can still get the full gear set. So you're like, I have a chess piece.
Quit talking about this game.
do,
It makes me
seriously.
want to fucking play it.
You need to play it, Pat. God damn it.
I have 2 full gear sets. I say full, meaning 4 of 6, because I get the full benefits from it. So the main gear set I use for my player that I'll use for the incursions, which is like the raids, I have like gloves, a filter, boots, and legs or whatever.
Which a filter.
Counts on guns?
No,
It doesn't count on guns.
Oh, you said filter.
like
my bad.
gloves, filter, boots, and legs,
Oh,
whatever
like
it is.
filter on like
filter,
Yeah,
like,
it's
like,
like a-
like your
yeah,
mask
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to wear.
And so my
yeah.
chess piece is not made for my gear set because the chess piece I have is better than what I would equip.
That's
But
what
since
I'm
I
saying,
have, yeah, exactly. Since I have a minimum of 4, I still get all the benefits of the gear set, which is fucking awesome because it's the best tank gear set that I can find.
'Cause
There's
there-
nothing better.
There are scenarios when the gold tier sets would be better than the turquoise sets. And Pat, I'm gonna salt the wound a little bit here.
Make sure you know there are no gear sets that are not green.
It happens
Yeah.
every WoW expansion. Guess what? I raid and like do all these dungeons and I get all these rare fucking armor pieces and then the next expansion comes out and guess what? I'm like, oh, I picked up 2 greens that are fucking way better than all this stuff
Right?
that I grinded for forever.
Yeah.
But that's World of Warcraft. We don't wanna talk
Ubisoft
about
has stated that Division is an RPG first and a shooter second.
it. Yes.
So get on that shit.
So Pat, when you get an Xbox for Sea of Thieves, that's
Yeah,
when
man,
you should
you
get
need
the
to get-
Division.
No,
you need to get
Seriously, I'm not. There's no Xbox, PlayStation preference. Don't get the Division for PlayStation because you have all of us that are playing it for Xbox.
No, I know. I'd rather play with you guys.
Seriously, because
obviously.
it'd be so fun. You would have such a good time playing
I
with
know.
us. Cause,
No, I know.
That's,
I totally would.
yes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and you love Borderlands, so like Division in and of itself is a looter shooter.
Yeah, no,
more
I
or
mean,
less. Yeah.
Not as crazy a little.
Not as crazy, but, like-
no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Anything else you been?
No.
Yeah,
I
we,
think-
we went off on like 5
Yeah.
thangens there.
You went up on a bunch of
Okay.
it, but yeah,
Right.
that's all I've been playing.
What have you been playing?
What you got?
Okay.
Yeah, what you got?
I played ESO
Of course.
because it's me.
Booyah.
That's what I do.
Booyah.
Today, which I guess will be Monday, Tuesday for people who listen, which still goes for about a week after you will hear this, is the new festival event, the New Life Festival.
For ESO?
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's almost like a Christmas festival.
Okay.
So it's similar to the October holiday one, like the Halloween one you could have played, where you can get exclusive drops for items. You can get like special customization items,
Any buffs going on? Any super
So-
buffs?
recipes, which includes food. Apparently, like, so the potions, like if you're gonna die, you take a potion, then you heal immediately. Apparently, I never looked at this. I've been playing this for almost 2 fucking years. I never paid attention. Apparently, recipes more like buff you as a whole. So instead of having like 10,000 health, you would have 15,000 health.
Yeah.
That's what recipes do. I never noticed that. I never paid attention. I thought recipes are more like potions where you take them quickly, in the mid fight.
That's the
you're
way like
"Fuck
WoW
this."
was too.
Yeah.
Like you would make stuff and it's like increases your HP for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Or
I
your-
never
Yeah.
looked at that. I've been playing
Yeah.
this for fucking years. I never looked at that.
That's
So
A lot of people do that before they go into like dungeons
Exactly,
and stuff.
yes.
So like super buff your shit
Right,
up.
yeah,
That way
buff it
you
as
go
much
in
as
and be
possible.
like, I'm gonna take as little damage or have
Right.
as much health or
right.
So I played ESO. I don't know if we talked about this last week, but I got the crown crates in ESO, which is like the in-game currency you can use for cosmetic items, mounts, fucking costumes, everything. Anything you can think of you can use. I got an Atronach horse. It's a Storm Atronach horse.
What's Atronach?
So Atronach are these creatures you can summon.
like
Okay.
elemental creatures.
Elemental creatures, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have like fire, electricity, whatever. So my horse is like made of parts of these rune stones.
Okay.
And it's connected by fucking lightning.
What?
So I'm
Constantly,
riding
like,
a
moving.
lightning horse.
So wait, so like the head and torso and all this other shit are connected just by like little beams of lightning.
basically, there are these rune stones. Imagine these stones
Like
with
this far
carvings
apart.
in them.
Okay.
Basically touching, not quite touching, but almost
They're
all
just
pieced
hovering.
together.
They're just
They're
hovering.
hovering,
together.
but connected by like a gravity field, more or less.
And this exists for horses.
It's
What?
horses. There's like tigers. There's
What the fuck?
bears. There's all kinds of these mounts that you can only get in these crates. And
Camels.
the crates are entirely random. You can get a crate and get cosmetic, a potion, crafting materials, whatever. They're all random. I happen to get one of the fucking mounts for it. I'm so
you got one of the
so
coolest mounts.
fucking excited.
Every time that he pulls the reins, a lightning bolt comes down.
Yeah,
because
if you
strikes.
normally you can hit A to jump, but if you're standing still on a mount, you hit A and it like roars in some capacity. This fucking horse gets hit by lightning. It's awesome.
Hey, let it be known that one of my goals in life is to have a pet bear.
You could, dude. There are pet bears in this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want like an actual pet bear.
That's terrifying.
We're
going
talking
to
about
die.
games here.
I know,
Yeah.
but you said bear, and I'm like, oh. I want a pet
I would love a pet fox in real life.
bear. Dude,
I want a pet
IRL,
penguin.
right? There we go.
I want
A
a
pet
penguin.
penguin.
All of our
No, I'm
IRL
serious,
pets.
but they are super expensive to keep.
well, so are otters. Like otters are fucking crazy expensive. They're like $4,000 for an otter.
Damn.
Like an otter? Like what the fuck?
ESO, anything else?
So yeah, ESO, play the festival if you fucking hear this. It's awesome.
Sean's
I played Sean's dead.
dead. Hi, Sean. Hello, Sean. He's dead.
I played Titanfall 2 a shit ton this weekend because it was double experience weekend.
Was it really? Oh my god.
You had all those caps that we gave you. and
I
shit.
played. Yeah, dude. I had well, the cool thing is, since it was double experience weekend, so if you got Mountain Dew, whatever, Game
Yeah.
Fuel, whatever it was, you can get double experience for Titanfall. The weekend negated those caps, so you had to keep the caps.
Oh, really?
You got to
Oh.
keep all of that experience, and it was just free double experience the whole weekend. It was
so that was
awesome.
like, so they, I guess they kind of do that to like not encourage like free like shit, I guess, right?
Well, so like I had 25 codes of double experience. I have 25 matches of double experience.
Yeah.
During this weekend, I get to save those 25 matches for later, and I get free double experience.
That's right. Logan likes Mountain Dew.
Well,
Fuck yes.
I do
Game
too.
Fuel.
I
yes.
do too, but I forced myself to cut back. Hey, don't leave Pat hanging, Logan.
What?
Don't leave him hanging.
What do you want? Oh, thank you. I thought you were raising your
Jesus.
hand, dude. I looked away. You can't do that to me.
Anyway, yeah, I love Mountain Dew too, but I've kind of forced myself to cut back because I drank it for years, and now I have like a gallon of water a day.
So I played so much Titanfall this weekend.
I want
It
to play
was
Titanfall
so-
multiplayer with you.
So I finally kind of got in the groove of the speed of it because I'm used to playing like Halo or Battlefield, slower, or Siege especially, slower paced
Siege
shooters.
is about as slow pace as you can get.
So Titanfall, all I do is I run and I do the whole
Slippity slide.
yeah, you do like the slide dash kind of thing, and it was so fun. I got my not Scorch. I think it might be Scorch. He's one of the Titans. It's like a fire Titan.
Yeah.
You can drop these fire bombs on people, and you
Yeah, I
can
know
do this
what you
whole fire wave and shoots
It's
out
like
people.
it's like a phosphorus Titan.
I got him from like 4 to 13 in levels. I got to level fucking like damn near 30 from being in the single digits of multiplayer.
Yeah.
So it was a great weekend for Titanfall.
Do you get to choose what Titan appears when you summon it?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
Do you
different
have
Titan
to
classes.
earn them though? Do you have to unlock them as you play? Or
Yes. So
Okay.
you start with like 1 or 2 Titans, then as you level up, you just get more Titans.
Okay.
And so I believe I have all the Titans unlocked, but I wanted a certain camo for Scorch, like the Titan will actually look a certain way. I wanted a specific one, so I played it all the way till level like 12 or whatever.
How good are they on multiplayer matches when it comes to like people who
Like variants and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, let's say I jump into Titanfall and like, fuck, there's a guy that's played 8 million matches and has a way better Titan than
So
I do.
there is like one Titan that is like a heavy Titan. That is like the end all of Titans. But the cool thing about this game, which is I think any multiplayer game that does well will have this feature, is that if you get the drop on them, and if you are a better player in a sense, you can outmaneuver them. You can beat them in any scenario. The Titan that is like the end all is like has this huge minigun, a fuck ton of damage. But if you get behind him, and if you're quicker, he can't really hit you. He has to have a good aim and a good range of motion to get you.
So there's good balance.
So
There is a
In
great
general.
balance.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
Basically-
That's all I need to know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Long story short, great balance. Any Titan you choose, it's more your preference.
I'm having
than-
Battlefront nightmares because like I jumped into Battlefront because I bought it on the Black Friday
Right, yeah.
special, and it's
Yeah.
fun. But I'm like, everyone has so many better weapons than I do, and I can't do anything because I
Right.
keep dying.
Welcome to the dice game, dude.
Yeah.
No, I know that,
Right.
but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I'm like,
So in Titanfall, there are pilots and Titans. So you're on foot or you're in a Titan. When you're a pilot, you have different kind of perks you can use. It's one perk per player. So none are really better than the other. It's kind of more preference. Everything is either preference or skill. Nothing is really like that overpowered. It breaks the game. Or somebody who is level 50, they will have an edge on you. There's no doubt about that. But it's not so much that it takes you out of the game.
Yeah. Battlefront
God,
does that too.
Titanfall's so good.
No, I'm
The single
saying
player, the
Battlefront,
multiplayer is so
I
great.
can kill people in Battlefront, but I'm always like I shoot a guy like 8 times and then he shoots me twice. I'm like, well, yeah, because you had a blaster.
There's
that was, like,
less of that
50
in
times.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
less in Titanfall than Battlefield. Titanfall is way easier to jump into as a new player.
Gotcha.
Like games like Battlefield and Battlefront, like they kind of cater more towards like power weapons, I guess.
Mm.
Whereas Titanfall, like Logan was saying, there's different Titans to choose from, but there are certain Titans that do one thing better than another class. Like for example, if you want to, there's like kind of like they call it like what is it called, like the Ronin? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe that's
Does
like
it have
the
a sword?
one.
It has a sword.
I said I heard Ronin and I'm like,
It has a
automatically
sword.
It has a sword.
Right.
It has to have a sword.
Super light armor, but very very fast.
Yes.
So it's like you can get in quick and do a lot of damage.
You need
But-
to get up close. That
But
one.
your armor is like a third of what the heavy Titan.
and you're
would be.
wide open.
Yeah,
most
like
of the time
so you're
when
very
going in,
vulnerable,
yeah.
but you're very fast. And then like the opposite with the heavy Titan, you have a lot of armor, but you're super slow. And then you get your Titans that are kind of in the middle ground.
Well, there's one
Yeah.
Titan that can actually jump into the air and hover and drop fucking missile after missile after missile
Yeah,
on people.
it has like a missile barrage as one of its specials.
And there's one that
But you're probably left wide open while you're hovering.
when you're suspended,
When you're
yeah,
hovering-
you're
That's
a
what I mean.
target.
So there's
Absolutely,
a balance
yeah.
to it the entire time.
There's
yeah.
also like a sniping Titan, which is interesting. Like the longer
I love that one.
the longer
That's
you
one of my
hold
favorites.
the
It's a railgun.
you hold right trigger, and yeah, basically right. You hold it and you charge, and then when you fire, it's just massive damage. Or you can click it and do just a little bit of damage. But
Yeah.
the point is to aim far away. So the close range Titans,
Is it
mid range,
easier?
and long.
Is it easy to see where the shot come from?
Yes.
Though?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
there's
So-
this giant beam of energy
Oh
that
yeah.
hits you.
So like
Yeah.
I said, balance. So you're
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
oh fuck. There's
So
a sniper Titan on the field.
there is no significant like end all be all Titan. Like each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses.
That's good. That's
So,
exactly
yeah.
what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one you get is absolutely like the strongest and the heaviest, but it's negated by its kind of slower. It's very narrow-minded.
Like, could Ronin fuck it up?
If it got the jump on it, it's very possible. And
Yeah.
every Titan has like its own ultimate. So if you have the ultimate ready to go, because you have to earn that in the Titan. So you have to earn the Titan and then earn the ultimate ability. If you have the ultimate, you can walk up to it and just be like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," and it's like mostly
Fuck
dead,
you
like
all.
10% left, 10% health left.
Yeah, somebody's gonna
So-
kill it. Yeah.
Yeah,
very-
it's a great game. It's so well done.
It looks fun every single
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I've seen
play
you play it. Yeah,
Titanfall.
that's great.
I also
Right out.
played a little bit of Divinity: Original Sin. I restarted that for like the
Really?
8th fucking time. I have to play it. I have to beat it. I love Larian Studio. Every game I played with them has been great.
It's that D&D bullshit, though.
Divinity: Original Sin is basically playing D&D in a fucking Xbox.
In a video
It's
game.
awesome.
Yeah.
I started
I
playing
need to
that.
play that with you.
I played a tiny bit of Rocket League, a little bit of Siege, a little bit of Battlefield. I kind of touched on a couple things. Mostly Titanfall, though. Honestly, there's been a lot of Titanfall.
Nice.
I re-downloaded Quantum Break on my other Xbox. I have one in my room now, so I
You have two
downloaded it
Xboxes?
there. Yes, so I'm going to be playing that also because I want to replay the decisions and pick the other ones and see how that plays out. I want to see the difference in terms of the TV show and just the story of the game. So
Yeah.
I
Good
think
idea.
that's all I played.
Very nice.
So Patrick,
Patrick.
what did you
This
play?
is Patrick. This is Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
Obviously, Final Fantasy 15. Not
Of
gonna,
course.
not gonna beat around the bush, unfortunately. I've been taking my time with it though. I'm at that point right now where I've heard from multiple people. There's 15 chapters in the game. I'm at chapter 8 right now,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem super far.
Talk about the food.
The food's amazing. The food looks so. That game makes me so hungry.
There is actually a video on YouTube you can look up. It's,
Yes, look up Final Fantasy food porn, and I mean that in the most honest sense
Yeah,
possible.
it literally is called Final Fantasy Food Porn.
And it looks it looks so good.
Imagine you're watching Food Network, or like Chopped is on,
but
or-
it's video games.
yeah, but it's video games.
but
yeah.
it looks like legit. Actual. it's terrifying how actually good the graphics are for the food in that
Well,
game.
I would hope the graphics would be good in general because this game took fucking 10 years
And
to
they
finish.
give you amazing buffs at the same time.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's the whole point. a lot of people would go into an RPG and be like, oh, this is stupid. Why would I want to camp and cook food? It's like, no, because they give you amazing buffs for 24 hours.
And you get a tasty video while you're at it.
Yep, at the
Yeah.
same time. But yeah, I'm in chapter 8. I have chapter 15, and I'm about level 51, 52
Yeah.
right now. The recommended level is 29 for the main quest. But from what somebody had told me, this is I shouldn't say the point of no return, but this is where the game starts getting very linear,
Yeah.
not in a bad way. They really start focusing heavy on story.
It's like once you
Compared
get
to,
past
like-
a certain point, it's like, yeah, you kind of got to focus on this.
Well, it's an
right?
overworld game,
Yeah.
which is the whole point of this new Final Fantasy. It's like an overworld game, explore, adventure, discover new stuff.
Right.
Even after you beat the game, you can go back and do it again. Like, there's nothing stopping me from just going through and just beating the game like as fast as I can, and then going and doing side quest stuff.
I want to play it.
I just get very distracted, and I'm like, oh, I got some sweet hunts to do, or
Yeah.
like I talked to someone and I got a side quest. So instead of like continue on the main quest, it's my normal completionist self and going through. Now I'm actually focusing a little, but I'm at that point right now to where it's going to go very, very heavy on story.
Okay.
Like it's gonna take me to a whole new area of the world. Like I've had this giant map that I've been exploring for a while. This new area is gonna be completely new entirely.
Gotcha.
So I'm not gonna try to do everything I possibly can, but I'm going to do a lot of stuff I possibly can. And then actually finally go, all right, let's go. Let's finish the story. Let's get, because I'm loving the story so far all the way through. But I want to get all the little, like, it's not so much the side like hunt missions. What I'm trying to really discover is more of the character development side missions, because there's certain areas in the game where you actually like camp at, or you stay at a certain motel in the game, and it triggers a cinematic event with one of your like your companions. It's like every once in a while, Gladios will want to train with you. He's like the main like cool guy, and then Ignis, who's the cook, he'll want you to like go with him and find some new ingredients
Right.
to go with something. And then Prompto is the pitcher guy. He wants to
Doctor.
go. Yeah, he wants to go down to a certain point and be like, "Hey,
Oh my
come
God,
take
he's
a picture
alive.
with me." Just small stuff like that is really what I'm trying to look for right now. Like I've done so many fucking side quests.
Do you know about how many hours you put into this?
According to the game, and this is not counting like dumb little like bathroom and smoke breaks and all that stuff.
You think
It's-
smoke race?
It says, well, yeah, I want to have like when I'm driving,
Oh.
like because there's an ability in the game, instead of having to fast travel, like go from point A to point B and watch a loading screen,
Mhm.
you gain ability points just by driving in the car.
So
It's
it
pretty
says-
sweet, actually.
So it's like, yeah, this drive's gonna take 4 minutes.
So
and
is
you
he-
can listen to music and you can like communicate with your buddies and stuff. To me,
okay.
I'm like, I'm okay. I'm gonna have a cigarette real quick while I'm waiting
Okay,
for this.
right,
I
yeah.
thought I thought you meant like you can actually take smoke breaks in the game. Like,
No.
Yeah.
No.
okay,
It's-
that makes more sense.
It's rated T for teen. You can't do
Oh, whatever.
But no, I mean, I'm just I'm gaining ability points. I'm like, fuck it, why as well not? And I have all these upgrades on the car where like my fuel doesn't go down really anymore.
You have to actually stop for gas.
Oh yeah, you have to refill your tank.
Really?
Oh yeah,
What the fuck? That's
You
crazy.
can't. Either that or you gotta tow your car
Yeah, step your game up, Forza.
or push
Fuck's
it.
sake.
Yeah.
I wanna
But
play
besides
Forza.
Final Fantasy, some Xenogears.
Yeah, of course.
I am almost to disc 2. Very close.
How many discs are there? Like, there's like 3.
No,
right?
there's 2 discs.
There's 2. Okay.
There's 2 discs. But disc 2 totally separates, like difficulty wise. Like it jumps up insanely high in disc 2.
Mm.
So right now in disc 1, I'm kind of like grinding, and this is back in the day. So this is old school RPG. Like
Like Omarion type of grinding.
yeah.
Like, or
No, this is
what,
like old school Pokemon,
genuine.
like grinding and all that shit.
genuine.
And
Grind
genuine,
with
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Relax your
genuine
mind.
grinding.
take
All right,
your
you done,
time.
Worth?
Okay.
You're out.
Uh,
Everything ready to you.
God damn.
No, super excited though. Love that game, fucking to death. Can't wait to see
is your
the
favorite
ending
game.
cinematic and the music. And Logan will hear me scream from my room when I finally beat the game as
There you
usual. And then the other one, I actually got a cool gift from my cousin. He bought Hitman Season 1
You were telling me about this.
for me.
You were telling me about this.
The newest Hitman. Yeah, it's just a super late birthday present.
That's cool.
Which was really cool. He didn't need to do it, but I was like, okay, like, and I've always been interested. Like, I played Manhunt, which is super. Back in the day, it was super PC. Because it was so violent.
It was not PC. Was the thing. It was.
Oh, I said no. It wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not. It was the first thing from PC.
Was, yeah. But the new Hitman, it's episodic, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I understand why they're doing it because each level is like a world, like a mini world, on its own. Each mission, because there's so many different ways to kill your targets, and there's so many different ways to get disguises, and I can't even describe it until you actually like sit down and look at the challenges and the way that the game itself plays. It's super fun though. I'm loving it. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid, kind of in a way.
It's pretty close. Yeah, I mean,
not as intense.
Not as
Metal
intense.
Gear Solid.
Not as intense, but like, I mean, the thing with the Hitman games have never been like very graphically advanced.
This game looks amazing.
It does.
By the way, no, the game Hitman, the newest Hitman, 2016, looks awesome. Yeah. I mean, there's multiple NPCs that'll be like same.
Yeah, you were talking about like the voice, like the mouth animations with like the voice acting and stuff were kind of off.
Yeah, those were off too.
But that's also off in Mass Effect.
But in general, Shepard's smile is terrifying every once in a while. But no, it's just like the first time you play through, you'll find multiple ways to take out your targets, which they'll give you like small like challenge achievement points and stuff. And then you kill your target, but then you want to go and be like, oh, that way looked really, the way to kill that was really cool. I want to do it again.
I want to try that.
And pretty much, I mean, it's an online-based game, which a lot of people have been.
Really?
It's online only. Yeah, that's kind of one weird thing
That's interesting because it's a heavily single-player game though.
Well, you can play offline, but you won't be able, like, let's say you're playing the level for the first time, and like I said, you like unlock the challenges.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I found this way to kill the person, or this way to kill the person, or this way. Those will not pop up when you're in offline mode.
Gotcha.
If you're online, then you can do your multiple different variations of it, and then there's leaderboards and like fastest time and suit only. You didn't use a disguise or all this bullshit.
Right.
I don't really care about that. I just want to play the game and complete all this fun, stupid challenges. Like, I'm going to kill a person by feeding them blowfish. Or fugu, as they call it now.
Good God.
Fugu. If you don't cut it the right way, it's
right
fucking
now,
deadly.
my favorite assassination in the game is, so I had to take on this, like, war dictator guy. And...
You said dick.
I did say dick. And...
Really?
Yeah.
So he's been printing a lot of propaganda, like in the city, and so I ended up finding out just from like random people that I was nearby talking. They're like, "Oh, they have these guys that are like spreading a bunch of propaganda. They have masks and everything on." So all of a sudden, you'll get a little prompt on your screen. It's like, "Oh, if you see guys with masks, maybe you should go, and find them."
Yeah.
And so there were 4 of them. One guy decides to walk away to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna like slowly sneak behind you and do this shit. Go in, steal his disguise, hide his body, blah blah blah. Go in. The main dictator guy is right there. All the guys move away after a while, and I turn the printing machine off.
Okay.
All of a sudden, he comes down. He goes, "Man, you guys being lazy? Man,
what the hell is going on?"
Yeah, I know. It's like I told you guys to work." And he turns the printer machine on, and then he kind of goes over near it and kind of is looking at it. And I sneak up behind him, and I just pushed him into the printing machine.
Shit.
And that's like one of the more like entertaining ways.
Like brutal ways.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something as easy as like go up to his room and stab him in the neck, or just suffocate him or snap his neck.
Did you hold on that topic? Did you ever play the Punisher game for Xbox, like the original Xbox?
No, but I've seen it on Super Best Friends
Dude,
Play. I've seen that.
That has got like the most brutal executions I've ever seen in a video game.
There are ridiculous amounts of ways to take out your targets in this game. I mean, you could do it the traditional assassin mode, like sniper, which they have. That's the best thing is like all the challenges are ridiculous. It's like suit only, so you have to like you don't use a disguise at all. You gotta get in, you gotta stealth, you gotta like pay attention to everything.
Or you got the fiber wire, the clay cutting wires and shit.
Yep. There's no firearms like challenge. There's a ridiculous amount of different variations on how to take out targets in the game.
Yeah,
it's super fun. It's episodic, like I said. They had 6 episodes so far.
Hmm.
He bought me the season pass, so I got 2 more. So there's technically 8 that I can play.
That's cool.
But then they keep coming out with these things called elusive targets, to where you go back and play a previous level, but they've added a smallish DLC character. Like you don't have to pay for it. It's just like this small NPC that they just added to one of the maps. And even though you've played this map possibly over and over and over again, now all of a sudden you're looking for this certain target.
Gotcha.
Instead of looking for the main target that's in the mission that you played previously, all of a sudden now I'm looking for, you know, this certain girl or this certain like rock star, or this certain, you know, whatever.
Like whatever your target is.
Even though I'm supposed to take out this guy, all of a sudden now I'm focused on this
So
guy
there's like
or this
subordinate
girl.
targets that you can take out
Yeah.
while you're pursuing your main target.
And just because the company's so cool, they only allow you to find the targets within like 48 hours.
Really?
Like they actually have a in-game timer going on it.
That's
so-
like a Dead Rising kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you took 2 days off, you're not going to be able to get the achievement
That's
points
crazy.
or whatever to take out that target because they're gone already. Like they've left.
That's
So they give you that realism
cool.
effect. It's like, nope, you
like that.
missed your chance to, you know, take out that target. Besides Hitman and Xenogears and Final Fantasy, Pokemans,
Pokemon.
all the Pokemans here and there while I'm doing loading screens during Final Fantasy. I'm playing Pokemans the entire time.
Is it sun or moon?
Moon.
Moon.
I have Moon.
Yeah. Disco is sun, right?
My brother has Sun, and Disco has Sun as well.
There you go. It's all the same. Not really.
And then
They're the same. Never mind. That's a lie.
Not really. No.
Thanks, Worth. Thanks for that update.
I love
and then
don't you love my
there
input?
were 2 games on PSN this month for the free to play, and one of them looked very interesting. I can't name it off the top of my head, but it looked really fun. It kind of had a turn-based, almost Fire Emblem or Advanced Wars, or even
Advance Wars, you got my attention.
yeah, Advanced Wars is a fucking good game.
Welcome to the podcast, Sean.
I'm back.
Was it not Divinity?
What kind of game
The
is
D&D
it?
game.
What? The D&D game.
Oh, Neverwinter?
Oh, the
No,
one that you're playing on Xbox.
this is Divinity.
Oh, it is Divinity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Divinity.
Yeah. No, it has.
this, Neverwinter, I think, is based in the D&D universe, but Divinity: Original Sin, the whole turn-based.
That's what this game, this
Yeah,
PSN
like-
game, like
yeah.
the free-to-play one, it plays like.
Okay,
in
yeah.
a way.
Divinity is like that.
It's a little more
D&D
anime
style
based.
of combat.
Like you're
Okay.
all like you're animals while you're playing, but you're this
Right.
cool like fox bounty hunter, not Star Fox, I swear, but
No!
right, do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
But it looks really cool. Oh, I'm kind of interested. I just added it to my library so I can play it whenever, but it looks pretty fun to play. And then the other one was super weird. It was like a hacking game, but it's super like ridiculous turn-based.
Interesting.
Like ridiculous, like almost puzzle. Like the entire map is grid-based, and you have to like pick every. It's like, oh, I'm gonna move 3 moves this way, but that guy's gonna move 2 moves this way, so I gotta like counter and figure out how to do that shit.
This sounds kind of cool.
It looks interesting. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I don't want to think that hard right now.
Right,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm already playing Final Fantasy. I don't need
So
to
there's like,
think
nah,
that hard.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
play
do it.
something simple.
I'm too dumb for this
Right.
at this second.
But anyway, to quit ranting. Yes, Final Fantasy is the big one. Xenogears is my yearly ritual. Yeah, that's about it right now.
Yeah. Sean, why don't you contribute for once?
Sure.
What have you been playing this week?
What are we talking about?
What have you been playing?
We're still on the first part of the podcast, as always. You've been sleeping the whole time.
You guys let me fall asleep, thanks.
Hey, you need some.
It's
rest.
not the first
You need
time.
some beauty sleep. He looks fantastic.
He needs a lot of beauty.
He does
sleep.
look fantastic, actually. He's
Really
on the verge.
goddamn.
He's on the verge
Burn.
of losing over 100 pounds. So
I'm all rested.
you well rested? Well,
What you play, son?
I've honestly only had time to play Rocket League this week.
That training mission shenanigans.
Oh,
Training mission.
God.
That is such a goddamn disappointment, Sean.
Training.
Play the division.
yeah.
Play
what
the
fuck?
division.
Sean.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I know. You son of a
I
bitch.
just honestly have not had time to play anything but
So what are you
Rocket
doing then? What are you doing with your time? What's more important?
working out.
Well, I mean,
I've been busy the last week.
yeah. I mean, he does ride his bike like 2-3 hours a day.
Every
sometimes.
bro on that's listening to our podcast
Bros,
right now
bros,
is like,
bros, bros.
Yeah, work out.
Will you be my swole mate, bro?
Hip, 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 hip.
Hey,
if Sean was a X-Men, his name would be Swoverine.
No,
God damn it, man.
no. Me and Logan
He
work out with
reads the
Sean.
Swoley Bible.
The swole.
Right.
No, I work out with you guys when I'm able to. I don't get off work.
No, man, me and Sean go to the gym every Thursday.
Yeah. I
Right.
wish I got off work in time.
Tradition.
I don't have Thursdays
Yeah.
off.
It's a good time.
Podcast every Thursday, workout every Thursday.
Right.
I wish, but I unfortunately can't get Thursdays off for my job. So
Son of a bitch.
I get here pretty late now.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the schedule.
You just been doing multiplayer in Rocket League, or you been doing that training? When did that come out? That training shenanigans.
I think the update came out within the last week or two.
Okay, so it hasn't been that long.
No.
Because I didn't recognize it at all. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing out here? Yeah, for those that don't know, apparently Rocket League has like this fun in-game training mode. Is that the best way to describe it?
See,
Like,
it
training
sets
mode?
up like these ridiculous either like goals you can assist or goals you can block or like learning kind of how to dribble. It's these weird scenarios that are like
It's user created content.
yeah, it's really good practice if there are things you are kind of lacking in terms of like I can't block these shots or there's certain kinds of goals I can never score. There are going to be tutorials that will teach you how to do that better.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
a
like
really
the
really
way,
cool scenario.
Like Street Fighter has that to where I hate to bring up fighting game when we're talking about Rocket League, but Street Fighter has a training mode to where they'll give you like the input, like to do a basic combo or an advanced combo or just how to do a move in general, and they show you, and until you figure it out, they won't get you to the next point.
It's exactly like that actually. Like,
Yeah,
if you can't block
it's the
this
same
shot,
thing.
if you can't score this goal, they're like fuck you, do it again. So it's
That's what it does. It keeps just restarting you over and over again.
Right.
It's a trial and error, but it makes you a better player. So I approve very much on that
Yeah, it's cool.
all the way through.
It's a good training scenario.
Anything else besides Rocket League?
That's it.
Nothing? No mobile
God,
games?
Sean,
no
why do
nothing?
we even have you here?
Not even any mobile games.
Not even solitaire or anything like
No.
that on your phone?
You know what's funny? I played solitaire this week. Actually,
I play solitaire all the time.
I
on
played
my
solitaire.
phone.
Yeah, no. Actually, what's the fucking is it? How do you say it? Like
Klondike?
no, it's the game with the tiles, and you click on two tiles that match.
Mahjong?
Is that it?
Mahjong.
Yes, I played that
Mahjong.
too. Actually, and Pokemon Go while we're on random games.
So yeah.
Oh, I got the Santa hat Pikachu too.
Did you get this?
I
God damn
did.
it. I
And
keep
a-
getting like updates because I still have Pokemon Go
Right?
installed.
Oh,
and I haven't
dude, you
played it forever,
absolutely
and
need
they're
to
like,
play it.
Go get that like holiday
Right.
Pikachu.
Apparently, if you evolve that Pikachu, it becomes a Raichu with the Santa hat. It keeps the hat.
Oh, I thought you were
Which
gonna
is
say
exciting.
it's like the Alolan form, and I'd be like, that'd be
No,
totally
they're
cool.
not that cool. Sorry, Niantic, you're not that cool.
That's
So
hilarious.
in the world of gaming, there's not a lot of news this week, really.
Nothing redundant.
There's not a lot. So Xbox One did hit 300 backwards compatible games
That's
this
awesome.
month. Yeah,
I
that's
wish,
a lot of fucking games you
not
can
gonna lie,
play.
I wish Sony would do something
Because
like
like,
that.
doesn't Sony have like a paid-for version of this? Like, you can pay for a service to play those old games.
They do. Yeah, it's called PlayStation V. What is it? VUE.
I thought it was
Uh,
what's PlayStation Now? I thought that was a thing.
Oh, maybe it was PlayStation Now.
I think that's the subscription version. But with Xbox,
But that one they like stream it.
See, yeah,
so
that's the
it
thing.
depends on your internet connection. It's not
Yeah.
like you install. I mean, they have backwards compatibility. Like they have some PS2 games that are available for PS4 right now.
yeah,
But when it comes to like all the games I want to play, there's a reason why I've held on to my PS3 because I have
Right.
all the Crash Bandicoots, I have
So
all
they-
the Spyros, I have
They focus
a
more
lot of
on
Final
like
Fantasies.
old school Sony, not like PS3 last generation type games, right? I guess that's what
No, PS4 it still doesn't allow.
PS3 games.
No.
No.
No, we're talking about like backwards compatibility.
That's what I'm saying.
I was talking all the way back, like PS1.
That's what I'm saying. Like they kind of cater more towards like old school Sony games,
Yeah.
as opposed to kind of newer generation.
Yeah, instead of
Sony
PS3
games,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah. Because Xbox, has 300 games that are backwards compatible from the 360 to the One. And so if you own it digitally or physically, or if you go buy it in either of those formats, you can now play those.
I do wish that they had Fable Lost Chapters backwards compatible.
Dude, I mean, that's a Microsoft property. Who knows? Maybe
I mean,
they will.
Like old school Xbox. Like I
Right?
would love to play some old school Xbox
Fuck,
games on Xbox.
who knows what they're going to do? So,
We
yeah,
don't
that
know.
could be a thing.
Yeah.
Because
But
I have Halo 1 on my 360.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a weird example because they have the remastered version, so I doubt that'll ever go backwards.
We won't talk about the remastered version of Fable Lost Chapters. That might as well not even fucking
I
count.
know, that was one of the worst.
That was a waste of
remasters,
$40.
But also, about 50% of Xbox One owners use the backwards compatible feature.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking people.
That seems about right.
Yeah, that uses like I played Mass Effect 2 and 3 backwards compatible. There's a couple other games I played some backwards stuff.
Suck it,
Fallout
Squeakers.
3 I played a little bit. What the fuck else did I play? There's something else I played in backwards compatibility. I can't remember. Red Dead Redemption. I started playing that a little bit too.
That's backwards compatible?
Yeah, dude. Red Dead Redemption is backwards
Dude.
compatible.
Oh, fucking
Does-
I think
Undead
Black Ops-
Nightmare,
I
though.
think Black Ops 1 is backwards.
I know Black Ops 1
Yeah,
was,
dude.
yeah.
So yeah, there's
Does Rare Replay count as that?
no Rare Replay is an Xbox One game.
Fuck you too, Sean.
Yeah, so those are games you have to buy on the Xbox One.
Bye.
Bye,
Sean.
Sharon.
Bye, Sharon.
Love you, Sean.
So now we're down to 3.
And there were 3.
So yeah, this is yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this is a little over a year old, and they've like basically doubled the amount of games they have.
That's good.
Originally. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's a really cool service. I mean, if you have old games you were thinking about playing, check it out and see if it's there.
Like, I'm glad
great.
that they're constantly updating and supporting this feature, though.
Well,
like
they're
that-
listening to
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
their fans.
Yeah, not like what they did when they released the Xbox One originally. It almost made me change allegiance.
Yeah, I
Almost.
fucking yelled at you too. I was like, "Don't fucking do that, man! Get an Xbox, god damn it!"
I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't like what they're doing. And then
Yeah.
they changed it, and I'm like, okay, fine.
Right, the
You brought-
original marketing.
You
is
brought me back to
super weird.
you brought me back to reality.
Sorry, each company's been doing it. Sony has just been slightly doing it with, like remasters or bringing out games that they promised a long time ago that
Right.
are like Last Guardian and the Crash Bandicoot
Final Fantasy
remaster and Final Fantasy 15 has been for a while, but like the Final Fantasy 7 remake,
Right.
which we won't go
Yeah,
crazy
well,
into.
and
but-
remakes and backwards compatibility are very different,
know
but
they're
also
different, yeah.
very. They're
Yeah.
both good though. I love that both big companies, Nintendo, whatever, they remake every fucking game.
Don't
they
get me
ever
wrong,
put out.
I have a library of
So-
PS3 games in my room,
Right.
and I would love to be able to play them instead of having to switch my HDMI cable each
Yeah,
time
man.
back and forth.
Like I've still never beaten Kings of Amalur my 360 because my file got corrupted twice.
I haven't either.
I still not beat that. If that was on Xbox One, I would probably play it again.
That is
It's weird that that's the
super good
mentality. I don't
It is,
get why
like-
I do that. Why my brain wants that. But if it's on my Xbox One, I'm fucking
Those
down to play it.
Omni-Blades, yeah.
Yeah, dude, the
Yeah,
Omni Blade daggers and
And
Amalur.
Amalur. It's Kingdoms of Amalur.
Amalur.
Yeah, it's
Amalur.
AMALUR.
I called it Amalur.
See, I did too, Amalur.
But
I'm gonna
anyway.
look up some. I'm
Anyway.
gonna look it up.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was
We're white, it doesn't matter.
we're white. Yeah. Well, so are they. They're white too, right?
Damn it, Pat.
Yeah.
It
Anyway,
depends on your character creation.
I guess so. But but the thing I like about that game is got like because obviously I said I'm a Fable fan. I feel like it borrowed a lot of its gameplay from Fable. But
Okay, about Amalur?
Amalur, yeah. And it brought a lot of its gameplay. It's mind you, it's faster pace.
Has a little Mass Effect feel to it.
It's
with
got
the,
a Mass Effect feel,
With the,
and it's got Skyrim's depth and customization. So it's a fucking fantastic game. Just a very poor company
God.
behind it. Like amazing game.
It
bad
was
company.
the first game that studio made, and it was the only game they made, and then they got shut down.
Yeah.
38 studios made it.
it's like Tomba.
It was so
Pretty
good.
much, yeah.
Fucking
Well,
Tomba was
yeah.
a great game.
Tomba was
and
awesome.
the company was just like,
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look this up too right now. I'm gonna look up who
know what I'm
owns
talking about.
Amalur because
I played Tomba.
Tomba was
Is
good.
it Tomba or Tomba? I say Tomba.
Tomba is the technical way. I
Yeah.
called it Tomba.
You call it Tomba, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game was cool though, because like it had a lot of like anime styling in the cutscenes.
Super good platformer.
Super good platformer.
I have it on my.
Yeah, you're on
PS
PS1.
Well, it was only $10.
Yeah.
Well, no, I wish I still had my physical copy. Those things go for like $80 nowadays.
Yeah, right.
They're super rare, but now you can get it on PSN for $10. So
Yeah,
it went
because I used
down
to,
in price.
for those of you that are just now joining us, listening for the first time, I used to work for a game retailer here in Omaha called Gamers, and that was one of the titles that was always selling for like a lot more money than normal because like we would sell copies of Final Fantasy VII for $100, like used copies of Final Fantasy VII. And Tomba was one of those games that was always selling upwards of like $65 to $80.
And it was a very unknown game.
It was,
but it was very highly praised for the people that knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was really fun, and I liked it. And one of my jobs when I worked there, I got to test the trade-in games that came in. So like I would just sit there for 8 hours a day and just like test games for 5 minutes, and then be like, okay, yeah, this one's good. We can sell this one. And then, but I got to play Tomba. I got to play a bunch of like really cool like old games like that, and it was super fun, and I liked it. And I'm glad that glad it's like on backwards compatibility, but like it kind of sucks that like it's failed for $10 because now it's killing the resale value. Of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's collectors.
There's collectors. Yeah. There's collectors that want a physical copy, but like if you
Me,
want...
I am a big, like, I like physical copies.
Yes,
I like
I do too.
showing off my life.
Yeah.
Digital's
we like
fun.
physical copies, Logan.
Goddamn dirty peasants. Disgusting.
I am on both sides. Don't get me wrong. If it's a game that I'm really, really into, I was gonna buy Final Fantasy 15 as a physical copy no matter what, just to be like, yes, there you
like,
are.
Here it
You're
is.
part of my collection
Look at this.
now. But if it's something small like the Borderlands Handsome Jack collection,
get that digital.
I'm gonna get that digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those kind of games, I'm loyal to price. But if it's like you said, if it's a game I'm really, really wanting, I will
Like
always...
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear 5.
I got that
I got a
physical copy.
I did too. Yes.
Or
me
Witcher
too.
3 or
Physical copy.
Yeah.
Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm going to get a physical copy.
all
of
of the
that game.
Arkham series. Just because I can show, it's like, yeah, I have the first couple Arkham series on PS3, and then I have Arkham Knight on PS4, so I have the entire collection sitting right there.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Or the Kingdom Hearts series that's been coming out, like 1.5 and 2.5 and all that. Yeah. No, obviously I want physical copies to be like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
There
Think
you
of
go.
all those gender bent sword cosplays.
I can't. You can go in and see all the Pokemon cases I have right now for all the Pokemans that I have bought over the years.
Mans.
That one you can get digitally. It wasn't back in the day, but yeah, no, you can get digitally now.
Yeah.
Was there anything else? Backwards
I
compatibility?
just
Sorry.
cannot figure out who owns the rights to Kingdoms of Amalur. Like they tried to sell it
Because it was a Baltimore Orioles baseball player that started the company, right?
So Kurt Schillings started 38 Studios.
yeah.
They borrowed money from the state of Rhode Island to like finance the game, and they made the game. They sold it, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
They were working on the pre-production of the second one, and they could not pay their debt.
Right.
They defaulted on the loan.
They couldn't pay off their loan.
They couldn't pay off the loan, so the studio went bankrupt. EA published it, so I don't know what stake they had in terms of financials. They tried to sell the property, nobody bought it.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it falls. It will not say who still owns it. I don't
It's
know
so
if
sad.
it's
It
the
is
state of
sad.
Rhode Island who
It is
owns
sad
it.
because that is such an amazing game.
Because the depth of the story and the characters, they could totally make a second one or a spin-off or reimagine it.
And you could
it was so
Combat
good.
was good.
Oh,
The open world was good. Even the voice. You know me about voice acting.
acting.
I'm very.
they
very
got some big
the
voice
voice acting was good. In
it was
too,
it was
all the way
Fable meets Skyrim meets God of War.
through. Meets Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I mean, there was the dialogue tree of Mass Effect, the combat of God of War, like the setting of Skyrim mixed with Fable. The art was done by Todd McFarlane of all fucking people,
Mhm.
the creator of Spawn. Like R.A. Salvatore wrote the story.
That
He was
crazy time mechanic, like
Yeah.
the ultra you could do
oh,
at any
dude, yeah, you
time.
freeze
Like,
time.
yeah.
There's such good ideas
And
here.
and like
Somebody
the
make a goddamn second one.
and the class customization was almost limitless.
That
Like,
too, yeah.
You could make like a rogue mage if you wanted to, like a hybrid class. There's so many different hybrid classes you can make. You didn't have to just
Like a dark paladin.
Dark
Or
paladin.
fucking whatever you want to do.
you can make a warrior. I don't know.
Well, there
something.
Battle
was-
mage.
Battle mage.
Yeah,
there was
something,
like
whatever.
yeah.
mage, like melee, and stealth
When you started
classes.
off.
No,
Yeah.
those were the three trees. But you can combine your abilities in any combination you could want. You could make one that branches to all three of them. You could focus on just one if you wanted. So you could combine.
Well, I know
all these
that, but I
powers
mean,
in
when
really
you
cool
start the
ways.
game, you're kind of originally you're stuck to like
You're stuck to
thief,
one or
mage or warrior.
whatever.
But as
yeah.
you start leveling up, then you're like, oh, I can do.
I can combine this and this. This is awesome.
Oh, I'm getting
Yeah,
a
look
half
at this.
chub right now. Just thinking about this RPG
Yeah,
bullshit.
I want to play that game again.
Apparently, it is the state of Rhode Island who owns it. I found an article that says that state owns the
Hi,
property.
we're Rhode Island. We own Kingdoms of Amalur. Yeah,
Dude, fucking sell it for
Welcome to Rhode Island.
sell
I
it for
would come
any
to
amount
Rhode
of
Island
money.
to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Just cut your losses to Rhode Island and fucking sell it and give us a goddamn second game.
please.
So it was so fun.
At least release it backwards compatible because I want
That too.
Yeah,
Fuck
please,
it.
for
Just
fuck's
do
sake.
it. I want
Do
it.
that.
So in general, Xbox, we agree with what you're doing, but please bring that game over to
Yeah.
backwards
That'd
compatibility.
be great.
Kingdoms of
So-
Amalur back.
So
Wait, Pat's got something.
No, I was gonna say.
Okay.
Are you gonna talk about a movie?
I was going to
Real
talk
quick?
about a movie.
Do it.
You guys
I
already-
was gonna.
I didn't want to pull the podcast.
No,
out of
go for it,
bullshit,
man.
But
I
I
was
was
totally gonna do it because we have a gaming related topic.
We
of
do.
this, so go for it, man.
It's December 16th, and
December. Well, is this still December?
It's technically the 15th today.
It is the 15th.
Oh, it's the 15th,
It's still the
technically.
15th.
My
But
bad.
the
for another
release
26 minutes.
is
the release is
16th.
technically the
Yes.
16th. My bad. I've been seeing that trailer too much.
Right.
Because you work in a movie theater.
Rogue One technically came out tonight. First showings were going on, are going on
Yeah.
as we speak right now.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks
That's
for
why
leaving
Josh
us.
isn't here,
Asshole.
and if he spoils anything, he won't show up for any more podcasts for a while.
He's like,
But in
That's
general,
fair.
he's going away for some
Um,
time, forever.
like last year, we were really into Force Awakens.
Mhm.
That you were on the podcast. We were talking about Battlefront a bunch because
Yes.
that was also coming out about the same time, so we were really hyped up and everything. But I just thought it would be fun in general, and it's perfect, even though there's 3 of us here. And if you want, I'll start off. It doesn't matter. What are your guys's, out of all of them you've played personally, maybe not heard of, but just played? What's your favorite Star Wars game?
Mine would have to be Rogue
wanna go?
Squadron.
You gonna do Rogue Squadron?
Rogue Squadron for N64 is my favorite Star Wars game. Because good Logan, you gonna say something?
There you go. Keep going. Was it the first Star Wars game you played?
No, it was not the first Star Wars game I played.
No. Okay.
But it was my favorite, and I played more Star Wars games since then. But back in the day, like when that game came out, I was probably about 9 or 10 years old.
Is it a game you could pick up and be like, let's go?
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Rogue Squadron was such a fun game to play. I even bought like the cheat book. Yeah, seriously, there was like they used to release like magazines or whatever that had like cheat codes and stuff. I'm like, shit, I want to get
Nintendo Power.
Nintendo Power. It was Nintendo Power. So they had like all the cheat codes and everything, and I bought that and like just went to town on that game. It was so fun. And like back in the day when I was really, really little, my favorite movie was Top Gun. And I had a dream of wanting to be a fighter pilot. So I really loved like dogfight type games like that.
Mm.
So, and that was right up my alley.
It's
'cause I was,
perfect for Rogue Squadron.
Right, yeah. And I was a Star Wars fan. I'm like, this game's fucking cool. I get to fly around and like shoot down people and stuff and bomb things, and like this is really awesome.
Different ships and
Different ships. You take down the AT-ATs with the snow speeders and everything. Like, so there's a lot of cool elements that were in each of these Star Wars or that were in this game. Like, for it caters to any Star Wars fan. And I guess a little known fact is the last mission that you can unlock, you get to play as Wedge Antilles. So you're not
Wedge.
because you're not playing because the entire game you play as Luke Skywalker.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. But in the very last mission of the game, it's implied that Luke leaves Rogue Squadron to study to be a Jedi apprentice,
Mhm.
full time. So then Wedge takes over the
Red Squadron.
Rogue
Yeah.
Squadron. Yeah. So you play as Wedge in the last mission, which is really fucking cool. And they incorporated like a couple, I guess, I don't really want to call them like hypothetical. Well, I guess they are kind of hypotheticals. So
He's good friends with Luke, wasn't
Right.
he? Yeah, in the main one.
But what I was
Like,
gonna
Wedge was one of his best friends.
It was,
Yeah.
he is. But they also incorporated a bunch of like hypothetical vehicles and stuff that weren't necessarily in the movies. Like there's a one fighter called the Z-wing. Like what the fuck is the Z-wing? But what it is, it's got the speed of an A-wing because the A-wing is supposed to be the fastest fighter in the Star Wars universe. But it's got like the firepower of an X-wing times 3. Like it's got these really rapid fire cannons that you can just strafe targets. Like if you want to do a strafing around like walkers,
So a bunch
or
of
something.
fan service.
A bunch of fan service
shit
stuff
going on. Yeah.
But the thing was with the Z-wing is that those cannons overheated really quickly. So you do a quick strafe run, and then you have to wait 10 seconds for your blasters to cool down. So like that part was annoying, but it's cool. And then they had like these other walkers called the AT-PTs, which are they're really, really small AT-ATs. And I don't know, so there's a bunch of I'm not sure, I haven't read any of the comics or anything like that. I haven't dived into any of that. So maybe that shit's in the comics, I don't know. But that stuff was included in the game, and that was never even once mentioned in the movies.
That's cool.
Like that.
Yeah.
So it's sweet that they incorporated some new elements in the game like that, which was really awesome. But that's probably my favorite Star Wars game. Battlefront 1 was probably a close second. I really liked the first one. Battlefront 2 is good. It's not by any means my favorite, but it's still fun to play. So that's what I got.
Nice.
I mean, what do you got, Logan?
Also, are you excited for Rogue One?
I am. I mean,
Who's not really,
I was
right?
saying,
Yeah.
I doubt there's gonna be lightsabers, but
Oh, Darth Vader's in that bitch.
is
You
he?
better be. Yeah, Darth
Yeah.
Vader's in the movie. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you never know.
yeah, but I feel like given the story that they're portraying, like I doubt there's gonna be a whole lot of lightsaber duels.
Oh yeah, no, there's
But
probably not. No.
It's gonna be a lot more like boots on the ground
Gritty.
type combat, gritty combat,
Gritty.
which is still cool. Like I would love to see that, but I mean, you gotta have you can't. It's Star Wars. You can't not have lightsabers. Like what the fuck?
Right.
But still, Logan.
So I did play a lot of Battlefront back in the day, like
Yeah.
the Battlefront 1 and 2. Battlefront 1 was great. I remember vaguely playing a game based off of Episode 1.
That
Was it pod racing?
No,
I'm
it
just
was
kidding.
like legit.
Pod
like,
racing.
That game was actually really good.
I
Though.
remember it was
like,
pretty
Friday
good,
the
yeah.
64 pod racing game was
Yeah.
awesome, but
Man, I remember fighting Darth Maul in this game. I was playing on my uncle's, I think, PS1.
it was probably
God, I can't remember the name of it. It was such a vague memory. I don't
maybe it
recall.
was like the Phantom Menace game.
Yeah, it
God,
probably
it
was
might have been, man.
it probably
Like,
was the game that was based on the movie. Like,
right,
the movie
it probably was.
the movie
Probably
licensed
was
game.
So
horrible.
that was a fun game, but the best game I ever played for Star Wars was the Force Awakens one. Or Force Awakens.
Yeah,
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Yes,
Oh yeah, Star
Force
Killer.
Awakens,
Let's
Jesus.
go.
let's go.
Yeah, man, the Force Awakens. I keep fucking saying it. I was gonna say edit this out, Worth, but it's not
Okay.
ridiculous.
It's
No.
Force Unleashed.
Force
Force
Unleashed.
Unleashed, fucking A.
Awesome.
I'm thinking about movies. Goddamn, I keep thinking about the movie. The Force Unleashed 1. Yeah, you play a Star Killer, Vader's apprentice
Super
between
badass
3
character.
and 4. Yeah, it was. The
Just
action
think
was amazing. I loved the fucking combat.
God of War, Star Wars, pretty much.
More or less, yeah. The
Yeah.
combat was really interesting. The force powers where you could grab somebody and move them around at freely.
Knock people
Forward,
around.
back. That was so great. And the stormtroopers were like grab each other as you're trying to throw them and shit. It was so funny. A great story, and apparently this is pre-Disney owning Star Wars. It was canon. The game was canon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still is or not because I know like certain things are, certain things aren't.
No, Disney destroyed like almost
Most of it,
all
like 90% of it
Yeah.
was gone, which is
Yeah.
fine because I'm sure they got a little.
They
Star
bought-
Killer
they-
and Rogue One. Let's go.
They
Right.
bought out. They
Dude.
bought out George Lucas, and he's like, "Okay, there's
Yeah.
billions of dollars. I'm not
Right.
going to say no to this."
So, the Force Unleashed 1, the Force Unleashed 2 is still really fun, but the first one was such a good, the storytelling was great, the ending was really interesting. I actually remember Josh playing the second one. I saw him play the ending of that, and I've never seen him respond so intensely to a game before ever, because the ending blows your fucking mind.
Right.
Both those games are great. The first one just was such a fun game. What was the game that was going to come out that was Star Wars that never came out?
Oh, 1313?
Yes,
Yes.
that one.
M-rated. Make that fucking happen.
I know, dude. An M-rated Star Wars game. I fucking wish
That
that
looked
was
cool.
a thing, dude.
That looked amazing.
fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So, but Force Unleashed was absolutely my favorite Star Wars game I ever played. So,
I was gonna say there was one game that I did play that I forgot to mention that I thought was really cool for the
Is it on the N64?
No, it was for
Damn it.
original Xbox and PS2. Star Wars Republic Commando.
Oh yeah.
So it was a
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a first-person shooter Star Wars game where you played as a clone trooper in
Interesting.
a squad.
Yeah.
Like, you had a squad of clone troopers, and you were commander of this squad of clone troopers.
It was like a dumbed down version of Navy SEALs.
It was really cool though.
No, it was fun.
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
amazing.
But you know what I'm talking about. It was,
Yeah. Like
yeah.
so, like the SOCOM games, which
Yeah,
I
it
love.
was totally. It's a dumbed down version of SOCOM. Yeah.
Dude,
You have a hard on for SOCOM.
I have a
know.
hard on. Please make SOCOM 5.
So
that
does
would
my
sell-
dad.
That would sell a PS4 for me.
My
Make
dad has
SOCOM
a
5.
giant hard on for SOCOM. So
I mean,
well, and I also never played this game, but The Old Republic was an MMO for Star Wars. My uncle played the shit out of that game. He said it was a lot of fun. It was
like
interesting.
the newest MMO
the
one.
old
The
Republic.
Old
The
Republic
game-
is an MMO.
Yeah,
The
Star
one that
Wars:
Bi-
The Old Republic.
Yeah,
The one
yeah.
that BioWare
It came out
made.
like 3 or 4 years ago. My uncle said it was awesome. I never played it. I wish I had a computer that could have ran it effectively. But did you try that, Pat?
Did I try it?
Did you
It's
play it?
free. It's free to play now.
It bumped down to a free to play
That's-
MMO
that
right
lasted
now.
like less than a year. I think,
Unfortunately,
when it was
like in BioWare, so you guys are Mass Effect fans. I'm telling you, right, this is me. Slight tangent. I swear I'm gonna keep in control on this one.
It's okay.
Me and my buddy Ryan, who I used to live with before I moved in with you,
Right.
We were super hyped for that game. We've been playing WoW for a while.
Right.
But we're like, oh, Star Wars, let's go. They had a bunch of cool stuff. It was only $30 for the pre-order.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't the original $60 when we pre-ordered it. And obviously they were going to have, opening night, there was going to be a bunch of bugs. It was,
Right.
opening night and all that stuff. So based off your character, based off your race, and based off your class, it would always be different every time you
Okay.
started. And there was a main quest that everyone did. So if you picked, the Sith Overlord or Sith Warlord
Mhm.
or the Sith Inquisitor. Inquisitor was more magic,
Yeah.
crowd
Like
control,
super
like,
force
super force based,
yeah.
and then
Like
Sith-
Chancellor
the
Palpatine.
Sith Overlord or Warrior was more in your face, like tanky and
Right,
DPS
yeah.
based. Yeah. Every class
Yeah, do it.
had its own story, which was awesome.
That is really
the
cool,
replay
honestly.
value. My first one I did was Bounty Hunter because I want to play Boba Fett
Nice,
super
nice.
bad.
Yeah,
I did
Yeah,
Bounty
yeah,
Hunter,
Yeah.
so I did Bounty Hunter. I got to, I think max level in the game was 50, and I got to like 41.
Damn, I did not know you played that much.
Oh yeah,
No
me,
idea when
me
I
and
said
Brian
that.
played the
Huh.
shit out of that game.
Nice.
Oh, it was super fun. Just because being a huge BioWare fan, like everything is voice acted.
Yeah.
Everything, all
That's
the
pretty fucking
NPCs,
cool.
every main quest you do, every side quest you do, and you get to make decisions based off what your character says. You have romance options in the game. I'm
You
not
do.
lying. Based off your companions that you get. While you're doing a quest on a planet, you can make your companions that are in the ship do resource shit for you, like go collect minerals here.
That sounds a
craft
lot like
stuff.
BioWare. It's exactly
No, it's
a
amazing.
BioWare game,
Like
man.
it's
That's awesome.
it's still, even if you go play it now, it's still a good game. It just didn't get like the over hype that they expected it to be. I think because, and this is like a double-edged sword, they did so much into the voice acting and how much quality they put in the game with the music and all the polish
Right.
that they did on it. I think they spent a little bit more money than what they were expecting people were going to want to play the game, like
Mhm.
pay monthly memberships.
Because that game
we
was,
played monthly memberships.
that game was
for that
hype
game.
as fuck.
Me and Ryan
Yeah.
paid monthly memberships for that game for a little while, and we loved it. We were having a great time playing that game.
Mm.
Super good. Super good. And for you dumb people who don't care about storyline, yeah, you can click spacebar and just skip all, the voice like opinions and just play the game if you want to. Yeah, no, I still highly recommend it. Like if you just, and now it's free to play, you can pay.
Mm.
So instead of making only one character that you can play, you pay, $2 a month, you can make an extra character,
Right.
and you have more bank space and all this bullshit. The way, free to play MMOs work nowadays. But when it first came out, yeah, awesome.
Like, because that launch trailer was amazing.
Because I was on the bounty hunter. I was
yeah.
on the bounty hunter side, and I was like talking to the Hutts, not Jabba, but I was just on the Hutts planet.
Right.
So I'm doing like missions for the Hutts, and I could play like the mercenary that's all about money, or I could play the good guy, or however, based off my decisions that I made the entire time.
Yeah.
Super good. Like your first companion you get is this Twi'lek, the super hot alien chick.
Oh, with like
the
little,
two giant
fucking like elf hat for the head.
kind of,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
She has like a slave collar,
Of course she does.
so you can like shock her if
Really?
you want or any of
Oh my
that,
God.
or you can
That's kinky.
be nice to her and take it off and all that shit.
Yeah, take it off, baby.
So based off
Mm.
the
Damn it,
type of
Worth.
character,
Calm down.
I'm taking
based off the type of character you want to be. And then like the Jedi, like if you play the main Jedi warrior, your first companion is a droid.
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it just does like droid sounds, and then you can like build a companionship with it and everything, and he can like hack into stuff for you and stuff. It's really, it's so good.
Apparently,
I
It was
have
really
new-
fun to play.
Apparently, the newest DLC release was December 2nd of this year.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
they're,
it's
still,
still
still supporting it.
no, it's still.
I
a
had no
strong-
idea,
There is
actually.
a strong community behind that game.
That's awesome.
by far. And
Wow.
go and watch. You know how BioWare is like Blizzard. All their cinematic fucking trailers are like movie quality,
Amazing.
like cinematic trailers.
Because like when I saw the launch trailer for that and I saw Darth Vader, I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
This
they
is gonna be
even
amazing.
throw back to like old games
Mm.
and all that stuff.
I have a feeling I know what game you're gonna say is your favorite Star Wars game.
I know, but Logan, besides
No, that's good.
That's
That's
good?
all the games I play in
good.
the Star Wars universe that I love.
yes,
So.
SWTOR was great.
That's what I was gonna say.
KOTOR was better.
Yeah, there it is.
For KOTOR,
KOTOR.
that
KOTOR,
is
I was gonna say, was your
Knights
favorite one.
of the Old Republic is the name of that abbreviation.
That was like a PS1 Xbox
No,
original game, right?
no.
That was Xbox,
PS2
PS2, and
And
Xbox.
Xbox.
Oh, okay.
One.
That's why I
Yep.
wasn't sure
and
where it
Xbox
fell.
One, like original Xbox.
Yeah, it originally first came out on Xbox, which I played like about half of it at my cousin's house, and then it finally came out for
For
PS2,
PS2.
and then I got it on my own and really started playing it legitly. Once again, BioWare that
Yeah.
made the game.
Fucking BioWare. Love you. From
Yeah,
homies.
we love you, BioWare. I love you.
We all
Doesn't
love you.
matter. Again, it's pretty much the same thing. Just it's Mass Effect. It's like it's their pre Mass Effect
Funny,
game.
yeah. Like I was actually
It's like kind of their experiment,
for Mass Effect.
kind of in
Yeah.
a way, the best way to describe it. But with a Star Wars universe instead of their own sci-fi, shenanigans going on.
I was watching some like documentary stuff on BioWare making the original Mass Effect game, and like they even said like we borrowed
They borrowed a shit ton
a lot of
from
elements
KOTOR.
from
Oh, yeah.
KOTOR.
Yeah.
But especially with the Citadel, when they were like doing the art design for the Citadel,
Mhm.
like they borrowed a lot of elements from KOTOR, but they animated it in a way that kind of made it more lively and more vibrant, not so dark and gritty. Because they wanted to make the Citadel like this, the symbol of purity, the symbol of like galactic, like what am I trying to say? Alliance, I guess, but even though it's like the Alliance of the Marines, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And then opposite the spectrum, they did that for like Omega. They made that like the gritty
Galactic
kind of-
Unity.
Galactic Unity. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Galactic Unity. But like opposite end of the spectrum,
Everybody love everybody.
everybody loves everybody. Yeah. Everybody's
But not-
happy.
but not
drink,
really.
Drink the punch. But the opposite end of the spectrum, they took the stuff that was in KOTOR that was like run down and deserted and put that in Omega.
Mm.
And so like, yeah, of course that makes sense.
If you are a fan of BioWare games,
Play KOTOR.
it's dated graphically. I will give it that.
Well, it was like their first like major undertaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dated graphically, gameplay wise, and story wise, holds up so well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of looking like at the Metacritic. It did not get below a 9 anywhere.
Yeah.
On
At a
Knights of the Old Republic,
yeah, minimum of a 9,
yeah.
if not better. That's
Love you, BioWare.
That's ridiculous, man.
If-
That's so hard to get
if-
from universal praise. That's crazy.
Yeah, especially Metacritic because they're
Right,
super
yeah.
strict about their
Do
bullshit.
you guys remember Jade Empire?
Yes. Jade
Do you remember
Empire was
that,
super
Logan?
good.
No.
Jade,
played it.
Jade Empire was a BioWare game that was set in like old school, like ancient China,
Feudal age.
feudal China, like
yeah.
feudal age China. You never played that?
No.
You heard of it?
No, I don't think so.
Wow, I'm surprised. That
What I was gonna bring up is that KOTOR introduced my favorite type of Jedi ever. They
What's that?
call them gray Jedis
okay?
because we're gonna go on Star Wars tangent. Why not?
Might as well.
Basically, the main character you play is blah blah blah,
Blah 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 blah.
and you do a blah 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 amount of things. And gray Jedi are pretty much what your main character represents. To where, so you have Jedi and you have Sith,
Mhm.
right? Jedi are all about peace and
So hold on. Now that you say that, aren't like Darth Vader is considered a Jedi, right?
yeah, he's a Sith.
He's a Sith, but like aren't like Sith like Darth Maul is considered a Jedi? Is
Yeah.
he not?
Sith are just dark Jedis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
So think of white and black.
Yeah.
Not in that way.
Ha.
No, you have your Obi-Wan Kenobi, you have your Yoda,
You have
and then
your
you have
Qui-Gon,
Qui-Gon, yes.
Yeah.
And then you have your
Darth Maul,
Darth Maul,
Count Dooku.
Yep, Count
Yeah.
Dooku,
All the guys.
and Count Plagueis and Palpatine and all that shit.
Dudes.
Gray Jedi is pretty much the point where you are,
Neutral, right?
in a way, the best ways that it's described in the game itself. These are lines that I'm pulling. You're a passionate lover.
Okay.
No,
I've
I
seen
mean
this porno before.
God damn it. I'm
This
being
is the
serious.
board setup.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. God damn it.
I
No.
know, I'm
So
kidding.
so you're passionate about like what you are representing,
Okay.
but Jedi normally are not meant to have lovers,
Right.
and so they can know you love,
Right.
Like you have relations with someone,
Mhm.
or you're energetic's not the last word. Basically, you do good stuff, but you're still allowed to use your emotions.
So you're a Jedi that has free will, pretty much, right?
Well, Jedi have free will.
But like more so than most, I guess.
But Jedi are supposed to detach themselves from worldly things.
Correct.
Right? They're supposed to be like a
They're like
pure.
true
No, they're
Jedi.
like the people that go to Castle Black in Game of Thrones. I will take no wife. I will hold no land. I will, that kind of
Kind
shit.
of.
Yeah,
Kind
sort
of.
Yeah.
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 A bit.
True Jedi will be they focus on
They're
peace
almost
and
like
the forest
Zen
and stuff.
masters. Yeah, they're just like so prolific.
Basically,
and,
the main character you play in the game figures out this point to where the true way to balance the force, because you can't have one without the other.
Right. There has to be
The
some
balance.
Yeah.
That's the thing they always say is the balance of the force, but it's like, let's kill all the Sith. There's no balance anymore.
It's like,
There's
well, let's
just
kill all
one
the
side.
Jedi. There's no balance. Like,
Yeah.
Where's the middle ground?
So you figure out that, yes, you can be passionate and good and all that shit,
Mm.
or you can be evil and shenanigans, but still have like a conscience
That
behind
kind of
you.
moral code, I guess.
You have a moral code. Yes, you've done some horrible stuff, but you're doing it for the better of the galaxy.
galaxy.
It's BioWare.
that
as
does sound like a
usual.
pretty fucking cool way
It's
to go through a
It's so good.
story. Pat had
It's
a
not
nerdgasm.
like it's weird because and they kind of did it in Mass Effect, but there's not a straight up good guy and bad guy ending. It seems like it, but when it comes to the final point of the game in Knights of the Old Republic, yes, you did horrible things, but you did it for the best of the galaxy, or you were a good guy and you did it for the best of the galaxy, but certain things are going to happen because of the choices you made.
Interesting.
You know what I
That's
mean?
fucking cool, man.
Oh,
So
good, dude,
it's-
Kotar is so
I never
good.
played this. I
So
kind
there's
of missed
no
that one.
there's no definitive like.
If you can get past the graphical
That's it.
limitations, which I know you don't care about,
Oh yeah, I'd play it.
it's
don't
good.
care, yeah.
It's super good. Like last year when Force Awakens came out, they had it for free on your phone.
What?
No, I seriously can play KOTOR on my phone right now.
That's
Anytime I
Oh
want.
my god.
If you download on the Amazon store, they had it for free for like almost a month. It was just like, nope, you can just click and
Are you looking this up now,
buy it.
Logan?
No.
No.
I mean, and it's actually playable on your phone, which is really interesting for being a BioWare game like that, because it's more like
Well, I mean, but
You
it's
wanna-
also
you want to attack an enemy, you just click on it, and then you'll focus your attack on that person.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be way easier to play it on the controller,
I would rather play it on
but
controller.
it is actually playable on your phone. It'll suck your battery up like a motherfucker. Just letting you know.
I was looking it up on my phone. The reviews for this game for Android are ridiculously good.
That's what I said. Yeah,
Like, I mean, for a phone version of a fucking
you can
RPG?
actually play it on your phone.
The reviews-
like it is actually playable on
Well,
your phone.
there are
Give it-
31,000 reviews.
Given
It
the
looks
fact,
like 90% is positive.
given
Yeah.
the fact that this game is almost 14 years old, like I'm not surprised.
Like I don't know how much it is right now,
Yeah,
like on Amazon store.
$2.99.
$3. There
Okay,
you go.
$3.
But
There you
even
go.
so, like, you think you have, like, old school games, Xbox original, you have A, B, X,
It's a poop
Y,
game.
white, black.
It is a
triggers.
poop game.
It is a poop game.
Come on,
I'm
now.
serious. No,
A
hey,
game you
come
play
on.
when you're pooping.
There's a bunch of poop games out there.
Playing
I-
I'm probably gonna get Knights of the Old Republic.
Do it. I'm
On my
serious.
phone. I want to
Do
try it on
it.
my phone.
No, you're good. Do
oh
it.
my god, there you go. What have you been playing? What have you been playing this week, Logan? I've been playing KOTOR while I'm shitting. So.
On my phone.
I play a lot of
On my
poop
phone?
games, man. Come on.
No, we all
Poop games
do.
are the best.
I-
But my last thing I was going to bring up too, Knights of the Old Republic, my favorite by far. 1 and 2. 1 is amazing, over the top, awesome.
yeah.
But the first Star Wars game that really got me in to video games, because I had the Super Nintendo, but we never got like any of the Star Wars games going on.
Mhm.
My cousin had an N64, and that's also how I started. It's called Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
Yes, I did play that one.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like the
Mhm.
first level is Hoth, and
Yep.
it's the first time you ever
Yep.
get to do.
Yep, I remember exactly.
Yeah, it was super funny because me and my cousin used to, because I had the PlayStation, and he had the N64. So we would, after a while and hanging out at each other's houses or spending the night, playing video games and whatnot.
Yeah.
After we got far enough in games, I would be like, okay, I'll let you borrow my PlayStation for the weekend if I can borrow your N64, because I had started like Banjo-Kazooie on his game or Shadows of the Empire or something like that, and we would just switch back and forth throughout the weeks. And oh man, Shadows of the Empire, while not the best game ever, was my first like introduction to like a Star Wars video game that I really got into.
Yeah,
it was super fun. The asteroid level, where you're trying to escape the Empire and just destroy the asteroids.
You had that weird looking. It wasn't like it was like based on the Millennium Falcon, but it wasn't Millennium Falcon.
It had like a weird like tumor thing on the side.
Yeah, it was like some fucking strange looking like obscure ship that was probably in the comics or something, but like I had never seen it before in my life. But I know, I remember that game.
Shadows of the Empire was super fun.
Yeah, it
had a lot
good.
of like third person
shooter.
like shooter, like Wookiees were terrifying in that game.
The Wookiees were
and the abominable snowmans were terrifying in that game.
And the Force Unleashed Wookiees were not terrifying as Vader. You just fucked them up.
Oh, that's the best
and
part.
It was awesome.
You mean the first level?
You mean the Ewoks?
No, dude, Wookiees.
No,
man.
Wookiees. You go
in the first level. You play as Vader, and you fucking toss Wookiees around like nobody's business,
like
man.
home planet.
Oh my god,
awesome! It was so fun.
It's so funny.
Oh, it was super evil, but you're Vader, man. Like, come on, you want to be evil if you're in control of Vader.
Zero fucks given.
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry, I went on a tangent.
No, you're
for
good,
a
man.
second.
But
I mean,
we're at time.
I do want to hit one more topic.
Yeah, man. Real quick, what do we got?
I'm gonna blame one game for this. One game and one game entirely for this entire like subject, but
C to the R,
it's not entirely true, but you can go with it.
But I might as well. So the title of this topic on the agenda is Crytek once again in crisis. No pun intended.
I see what you did there.
Lots of puns intended.
Giggity.
So for those of you who don't know, Crytek was the developer of the original Crysis game. Basically the benchmark for PC graphical capability, like, was Crysis. And still is.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even 1 and 2 especially. I don't know about 3, honestly. I don't know if that was like such a high caliber one.
I played the demo for 3, but it was on 360. So
yeah,
I guess
I did too.
I can't compare it to the PC, but like I know that Crysis is almost 10 years old at this point.
You know, I have a really funny. I guess it's kind of funny story if you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Finish your thing. I'm gonna say mine.
But
real quick.
But basically the whole synopsis of this topic is that Crytek is basically out of money, like, and they can't pay their employees.
They haven't paid people in like 3 months.
In 3 months.
How do you not get paid for 3 months and keep working somewhere?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. And I'm gonna blame one game and one game only for this, and that's fucking Homefront: The Revolution. for God's sake, like, you had everything handed to you on a silver platter. You even had an extra year to develop the game, and you still put out a piece of shit.
So Homefront was originally developed by THQ, some studio branch of that.
They went under.
So yeah, Crytek bought the rights, kind of like we were talking about Amalur. You know, they bought rights of the game entirely.
Yes.
They made Homefront: The Revolution. You know, Homefront 2. Total dumpster fire.
It was more than being a dumpster fire was generous.
Right. It did not sell well. It was broken on launch.
17 frames per second, like,
right. It was bad.
Compared, How is your benchmark?
Did you say 17 frames?
Yes,
maybe.
That is bad.
I was gonna say, Crytek goes from creating Crysis, the benchmark for PC graphics in gaming in history. Like, even 10 years later, the game is still like the best looking game almost ever.
And so I'm too lazy to look this up. I don't know if it was like a side studio or like a spin-off studio of Crytek that made Homefront: The Revolution. I don't know. But
I know. What was it? Dambuster was also helping them with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dambuster was the other studio that was helping them.
Was it LGN?
LGN? What do you mean?
Oh, nobody knows that joke besides me.
No, what is it? No,
Never
explain the
mind.
joke.
Moving on.
I want to know. What is it?
LJN?
LJN, what is it?
They developed so many games for the Super Nintendo, and every single one of them was super shitty all the time.
Well,
no.
It's
basically,
watch Angry Video Game Nerd. You'll know what I'm talking about.
I mean, basically the whole premise of this is that Crytek progressively got worse and worse and worse and worse as time went on. Crysis 2 was a good game. Crysis 3, they started to be like, okay, you might want to maybe fix things. And then by the time, now it's what, like 3 years later since
Well,
Crisis 3 came
And
out?
they also made Rise, like Son of Rome for the Xbox when it came out, like a launch title.
Oh,
Yeah.
that weird gladiator game.
It originally was going to be a Kinect game because that was kind of the big draw. Was a new Kinect, all blah blah, all that stuff. And then they came out with like a third-person action game. I played a good chunk of it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun. It didn't sell well. It wasn't a great game. That
There were like
also
quick time events in that game. weren't
Wow.
there?
not necessarily. Not necessarily.
No, I'm not saying a lot. Not
No.
to diss on it. I
Worth
was
just
saying,
said a lot. Not necessarily. The way it worked is that you would fight in combat. You would block, attack, blah blah blah, and then as a finisher, you would have one button quick time events.
Yeah,
Quick time in air quotes here.
that's fine.
You would hit one button.
I like God of War. That's
but-
quick time.
exactly
City.
because
No,
you
it
do
doesn't
an
matter.
execute, and then you would either get like health back or stamina back or whatever it was back. You would get things for doing that. It wasn't like quick time simulator, whatever.
2017.
Yeah. And it looked cool while you're doing it. Fuck that. I don't care.
Fuck
No,
yes, it looked
no,
cool, man. It
that's
was
what I'm
brutal
saying.
as
No.
fuck. Yeah, so no, you're not wrong, but at the same time, there was a gameplay mechanic to it. I hate. No one here really does this, but I hate when people give a game a bad rap for like one thing, but they don't know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
That's
I
I was
don't-
not dissing.
No,
on
that's
it,
what.
I
Yeah,
swear.
so absolutely, you did not do that. But a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, it was quick times!" Like,
God
no,
of War is
motherfucker! Like,
super good.
you had like these huge like spikes you could throw. You had sword and shield. You had dodging and blocking and.
It's just the Dark Souls guys that are.
I
Like,
know, man,
dissing on
motherfuckers.
us, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, Dark Souls are
They're
like,
spoiled.
it's all
They're
about
fucking
the
spoiled.
gameplay.
And so
I'm like,
this
okay.
isn't that funny. It's funny to me.
You have fun dying 200 times on a boss fight,
Right.
sir.
Right.
But it's funny because THQ made the original Homefront and Crytek made Crysis 2. I played both those betas at the exact same time for Crysis 2 and Homefront, the first one.
Mm.
I actually bought Homefront instead of Crysis based on the beta.
Because Homefront was a much better game.
Oh
I
god, the first Homefront was fucking awesome.
Yes.
I've talked about it multiple times, and Sean has PTSD from me killing him. And so, like, it's just kind of funny to me that, like, then Crytek gets the rights to Homefront, and then they have both the rights, and they can't make a good fucking game out of either one of them now. And
Yeah, it's like.
Crysis 2 was pretty fun. Homefront, the first one was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Damn it, Crytek.
Homefront didn't look. Homefront didn't look near as good as Crysis 2.
Oh,
but
no.
but it played much better, I thought.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, dude, when you're given the extra time that you were given to produce a quality game, like what they had an extra year to work out the kinks with Homefront Revolution, and they just fucking sat there with their thumb up their ass for an entire year and was like, okay, 3 months to release, we should probably start working on this. And
Dude,
what the
do you
fuck?
remember playing the beta
Yeah,
for the Revolution? It looked like a PS1 beta. It was so bad.
it was terrible.
Oh, I'm so sorry about the guys who
Like-
made it, but come on, like
Just
fucking A, dude.
like the basic enemy NPCs were like just bullet sponges.
Oh god, it was.
It took like
so
2
rough.
clips to kill people. It was retarded
Not good, Meg.
and not good, Meg, at all. Not good.
It was bad.
So
That's a deep wound. You're calling this game the Meg
yeah,
video
Oh,
game.
yeah,
right now?
man.
It
It
is the
sucks 'cause
Meg.
I was so excited for
For all
another
you family
Homefront.
guys.
And
I loved the first
I
one.
remember.
They fucked it.
I remember when because you played it before I did. The first thing you said in group chat that one day was like,
Would it be the
"Homefront is
1010?
rough." Homefront is rough.
Yep, not good.
I'm like,
So
what's that?
Is it as bad as 1010?
no.
Okay,
Nothing
good.
is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
as
I
bad.
know.
10-10.
I
For your
know.
Naruto listeners, watchers
Yeah.
out
Do
there.
you know that joke?
I don't
Worth?
know, but like, no,
You
it's
know the
not,
10-10?
not as bad as 10.
Nothing is as
we
bad
don't
as
we don't
1010,
talk
right?
about
We
her.
don't talk about 10-10, but
You know what makes 1010 look good is, or actually 1010 makes Hitler look good. Say that, yeah.
hey,
I will agree with that actually.
But,
Is that gonna go in our friendly fire vault? Do we gotta cut that out?
But 10-10 makes Homefront the Revolution look good.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
so, anything else? We're out of time.
It's-
That's about it.
This is
that's
it,
about
man.
it.
That's all
So-
I got. Yeah.
So a
Some
little
Left 4 Dead
a
shenanigans.
little Left 4 Dead shenanigans, but that can wait.
They're
Yeah.
making a new game. It's labeled as Dark Fantasy, which sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm not holding my breath for anything they make.
Yeah.
Has dragons. I'm in.
for
There you go.
No,
Right
yeah.
on.
like with Evolve being as much of a piece of shit that it was, like
Yeah.
you better like reinstill my faith in you guys. Little side note, we just hit 4,000 followers on Instagram,
Yeah.
so
Because we're
that-
cool.
So that's cool. So what we're gonna do is that we are gonna be announcing a giveaway here. Once we get 5,000 followers. So start following us, and we're gonna give something cool back to you guys. Might be something big. You never know.
right?
Yeah. I guess if we don't have anything else to talk about, is that it?
I finally got my video editing software up and running. And so
Yeah,
we
you-
should
you
have
got-
more
you got-
videos
You
soon.
got Adobe Premiere.
So look out for we're bringing back our top 5 videos.
Yes, I missed the
high five.
High five.
We're gonna bring them back.
Yeah.
So I have some Halo and some Siege coming. We have some Rare Replay, which is gonna become a new series basically.
That's me and Logan.
So me and Pat, it's kind of like I think we called it like roommates play or something shit like that. So
roommates play.
we're and seriously anybody that wants to be on, we'll just feature them or whatever. So we're gonna,
No, we were having a
That's
good
what
time like playing.
Yeah.
We literally just started from the oldest on Rare Replay, and we just
We're gonna
played
go
for a
through,
little while.
straight
We're
through.
gonna go through every game.
So
Obviously, we're not gonna play every game all the way through. Like Banjo-Kazooie, obviously, is like a big game and all the way
Right.
through. But
So-
just play for a little bit and hang out.
spoiler alert. Pat is way better at these games than me. He's
Well, no
way better.
shit.
So watch out for that. It's great. It's fucking frustrating as hell. It's funny.
I like Logan's idea of recreating Special Agent Bob and Secret Agent Steve.
Yeah, if
Division.
anybody watched those on
I
G4
love
like
those.
8 years ago,
Yeah,
those.
like it was,
We're going
it
through
was,
the car wash.
It was
Yeah,
older
that's-
than that. It was
God,
like
I
it was
know.
like
It's
over
old.
10 years ago.
So yeah, I think we want to do like an homage to that in Division.
Yeah, in Division. Yep.
So I need some help with that, with kind of.
I will
stuff,
do that.
So.
I will be down to be. Do I get to be Steve or
We
Bob?
can't just rip them off. We got to have our own thing.
No.
We're gonna work on
Would
it.
I be the equivalent of Bob or Steve? Which one was which?
You'll be Alex.
You're
Alex
gonna be
and
the.
Tim.
You would be the.
Can I be the guy that says Donkey Porker all the time?
Alex and Tim.
I gotta watch it again, man. We
Donkey
gotta.
Porker.
We'll figure it out. So that's it, though. I think we're gonna do a giveaway. We have new videos coming out soonish.
Yes,
Yeah.
coming
So
up.
So
yeah, man.
I'm Nate,
Logan.
Patrick.
and we will see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.